Hello everybody, it's Rebecca with the Santosha Way, and today we are talking about the Sagittarius full moon. It's happening on Saturday, June 3rd, 2023 at 8:41 p.m. for the Pacific time zone, 10:41 p.m. Central Time, and 11:41 p.m. for the Eastern time zone. This is happening in the mutable fire sign of the Archer. Sagittarius is this energy that shifts gears very easily. It transitions, it can go with the flow, it can pivot on a dime, right? And the fire energy is passionate and it's shooting its arrows out into the world and kind of chasing life. All right, it's ruled by Jupiter, our planet of luck and good fortune. This is the happy planet. This is also known as like guru energy and the teacher, as well as bringing in abundance and gifts into our lives. But remember, sometimes wisdom is the gift, right? Sometimes knowledge or wisdom, higher wisdom, enlightenment is the gift, right? All the time, that's the gift, but whatever. It is associated with the ninth house of growth and expansion. This is our house of higher learning, foreign concepts, foreign studies, foreign food even. It is the sign of the guru, the teacher, wisdom. It's also travel, exploration. This is the sign that really is looking around at different philosophies. Sagittarius energy, Sagittarians are known to be very strong in their belief systems, because this is about beliefs, where Gemini on the opposite axis is about our knowledge and our truths. Sagittarius is about our beliefs and this higher wisdom that's available to us. So sometimes you have to get out of your own backyard and explore some foreign concepts and beliefs to create a new truth within yourself, right? So some questions that you can ask yourself under the full moon is, what is the higher meaning of this experience? Or whatever experience you're having right now, what is the higher meaning? Is there another perspective that I can consider? What foreign concepts can I embrace? Sometimes just studying ideas that you wouldn't normally consider and with an open mind can teach you a lot. What truth needs to be spoken, acknowledged, honored, or shifted? And to be able to answer that question, you might have to ask, is this a soul truth to honor or a limiting belief to transform? Because often we have limiting beliefs that we can't even change because we think that they're a truth. We think that they're our soul truth, right? When it's just a truth or a perspective. So some energies that we have at play, we have Mercury just ending its post-shadow period. It was in retrograde for a while back in May, and on May 31st, it finally ended that post-shadow period, which means much more clarity should be available to us at this time. Then on June 1st, Jupiter in Taurus conjunct the North Node in Taurus. And this is bringing wisdom or expansion into this destiny moment in our life that happened actually late at night on the 1st. And I think today's the 2nd that I'm recording this. So these things are still going to be showing up in your life now and into this full moon energy, especially because Jupiter is the ruler of this full moon, right? And in the days that follow. Saturn is in Pisces. It's going to be squaring this full moon. And so that's going to bring about some maybe discipline or some restrictions in our lives, or feelings of discipline or restriction maybe needed. Mercury is going to conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So what this can look like is unexpected information coming out of left field, right? You may be faced with a harsh truth at this time, or a truth that you weren't expecting to hear. You might, Uranus, when Uranus is involved, it's like an out of left field. I was not expecting that. I was not prepared for that. Those types of things. Mercury is information. Information exchange. It's our communication. It's our thoughts. You might have an unexpected thought from out of left field. You might get a really great idea at this time. So be open to receive the highest vibrations for you. If you get unexpected information, consider that there are no real problems, only destiny being revealed, and open up to the higher wisdom that's available to you at this time. We have Venus in Cancer, and it's going to trine Neptune in Pisces, and then it's going to oppose Pluto in Aquarius. And so it's doing all these little things. And Venus is our planet of love and value. It's kind of making its last few moments through Cancer. It's about to enter Leo on June 5th and prepare for a retrograde that's going to begin in July. So as it moves into Leo on June 5th, we're going to start to experience things that will come back up for us during that retrograde. But right now, under this full moon energy, Venus is going to make some really nice little placements to kind of help us. I feel like it's bringing in some unconditional love to the situation, some higher wisdom, some higher love, some compassion for the transformation that needs to take place in our lives and at this time, and for the transformation that's going to come forward out of this moment. You may be feeling like you want to explore and travel. This is Sagittarius energy, getting out of your comfort zone, taking a risk, doing something unusual. You may feel like dancing. You may feel like lighting a fire under this full moon. Fire rituals are encouraged. Write out maybe some truths, things that you would like to say, or some stories that you want to change. Write the old stories out. Say, I'm not going to tell this story anymore. Toss that story into the fire and create the new story about your life. Gemini season, which we're in, is the opposite axis of Sagittarius, and so it's looking at the details in our life, things in our own backyard, and the details of the situation. And so at this time, you may be back and forth between mental energy. Your mental energy might be a little kind of troubling to you. You might have some false messages or some confusion and fear, a misjudgment, or misuse of judgment. You may be judging your thoughts that come through, or judging certain perspectives. There needs to be a shift. There's something about some mental energy right now going on, and some stories that you're telling that need to change in order for you to have this higher outcome that you want. So Sagittarius full moon is about exploring those types of things so that you can create that higher energy. You might be feeling a little bored as well at this time, or maybe emotionally frozen or disconnected from life, feeling a little trapped in your current story. You may be feeling disenchanted with your current story, actually. You may be sitting here going, oh, I set out to create these wonderful things, and here I am, and this is wonderful, but I'm a little disenchanted with these aspects, right? So you're going to have to kind of shift your energy, break your old mental thoughts, swim in new waters, get curious about what is a higher perspective, what is a different way I can look at my story. Face some unpleasant truths. You might have to face some unpleasant truths that say, I'm a part of the problem. This is my reality, and I created it, and here's how I created it. Here's how I contributed to it. And shift that story and truth. I don't want to do this anymore. Here's how I'm going to change the story. Here's how I'm going to create it differently. You might have to face some unpleasant truths about yourself or your life before you can change it. It just has to be done, right? something might need to be spoken. You might need to speak a truth, or like I said, you might need to honor a truth, or acknowledge someone else's truth, even, or even your own. You may be not acknowledging your own truths, or you just might need to shift something. Welcome in this renewal and revitalization at this time that's available to you, just by getting out, exploring, having a little fun, going on an adventure, looking for a new way to see things, opening yourself up. Sometimes just by asking the universe, I do this all the time, hey, I'm open to see a new perspective, please show me. And I will start to witness experiences in my life or situations that open me up to that higher wisdom that's available to me. And it can show up in the most amazing ways that you wouldn't expect it to, but that wisdom will come to you if you're open to receiving it. And it brings kind of our shadows into the light. That's what a full moon is all about. The moon is our subconscious, our emotions, the things that are hidden within. As the sun and the moon create this full moon, the sun fully illuminates our subconscious, the things that are hidden underneath, the things that are maybe we're wearing on our sleeves or things like that. It really, like, it gets expanded and brought into the light so that we cannot deny it anymore, so that we have to deal with these things and face these truths and make decisions to change what we're doing. Explore some new ways of doing things. If what you are doing isn't working and you're bored and you're stuck in a rut, explore something new. Create a new ritual, a new way of going about your life. Because when we bring things into the light, when we have truth illuminated in the light, we can now make these informed decisions about our lives, right? So we can, when we face our truths, we can make informed decisions. So look for some truths to come to light at this time, and just be the observer of them. Practice being the observer of them if you can, and say, wow, that's their truth, or that's their perspective, and how can I honor that, and how can I respect that and acknowledge that, and what truths do I need to face at this time, and all of those things. You can use your energy more wisely. You can use your resources more wisely when you face the truth and the reality of the situation. You can use your resources and energy to create something different, to create the reality of your choosing. Sometimes we do have to check in and face reality just for a moment so that we can understand where we are in our creation process, and then turn around and get back to creating that reality that we desire. We get there, though, by exploring those bigger concepts, looking at foreign ideas, considering new ways of doing things, finding our own truth within ourselves, embracing that. These are all things that are open to us at this time under this Sagittarius full moon. And you also might be reaping the rewards of any work that you've put in over the past 6 months, going back to the Sagittarius new moon, which would have been it would have been either at the very end of November last year or the beginning of December, moving into that energy. You know, whatever intentions you put out at this time, you should be starting to harvest and reap some of those rewards, as well as potentially say, I've come to a new conclusion. I've discovered new things in the past 6 months. I've learned new things, and this is my new truth as a result of what I've learned. So you could also be sitting in that energy at this time of the full moon. Now, this is not an eclipse. However, it is still within a moon cycle that includes an eclipse, because we have the Taurus new moon eclipse that this moon is attached to. So you still might be feeling a little bit of those effects of that eclipse energy. If you are, all is well. It'll soon be behind us, and we're moving into that summer solstice in the next few weeks. We're going to have a Gemini new moon, and then we're moving straight into the summer solstice. So we're going to have some really new, fresh energy coming through for us, and I personally am really excited about that. Of course, where this full moon plays out in your own natal chart will depend on where you have Sagittarius and what house that is in for you. You can find out more information about this over on Phase by the Moon on Facebook, and I will have that link below for you to join us if you're interested. I also would like to invite you at this time to join us in Akashic Alignments. I have a promo code down below for you to get your first month for $33. You can cancel at any time. It's normally $49 a month. You get 2 Akashic records, personal opportunities each month where you can ask a question in your records or receive a personal alignment. And you also get 2 group alignments. One of the group alignments I did just the other day is for this full moon to support you in that energy and open you up. You can also check out Return to Aldebaran on my website and get that alignment downloaded immediately for you. It's a meditation to take you back to Aldebaran and discover your soul's purpose in this lifetime. I encourage you to go check that out. All the links will be below. And so until I see you next time, may you be Santosha.